As we say hello and welcome to the virtual Echo Park Way here in Hampton, Georgia for season 12 of the iSNF Cup Series. Hello, my name is Christian Delgado, lead producer commentator for tonight's race here from here in the HVTV booth. And obviously, we saw a chaotic field mileage race last week from Daytona with lots of chaos, lots of cautions, lots of wrecks, lots of big ones. To look further beyond Daytona, we come to another super speedway style track here, Hampton, Georgia, here for the Echo Park. At the Echo Park Speedway, we look at 31 drivers strong here, showing up to tonight's race here. At least here, about just over 7 minutes left practice here from Atlanta. You look down on track to see some of your fastest drivers on track right now. The 9 of Cody Meadows, fastest on track here. Cody here in the 9 machine. Bryson Bird back here to P2. Bryson making some more part-time starts here in the iSNF Cup Series. Obviously a ARC full-time series driver that we see on Friday nights, but I'm starting to see Bryson go up and show out some more here tonight. And obviously you look at who he's working with, another ARC Pro Series driver, over Bryson Bird. Bryson's had a very good start to his iSNF career. 9 starts, already 1 win for him. Obviously got the promotion to drive for Team Penske this year. I'm working with his good friend there in the 38. Obviously, front row and Team Penske affiliated here in the iSNF Cup Series. So, not surprised to see these two working together. Further back at some of your fastest drivers here, though. James Bowles in 23. Back there at P3. Another forward here. Justin Barkley back there at P4. Angel Hernandez making his first start here in season 12 in the part-time 2311 machine entry in the 67 machine. So, see what Angel can do here in the race. We do not have a points graphic for you guys tonight. We should have one here in the next week or so. Thank you to Delta Designs for all the work he does here. Just could not get it put together here before we went live. Sartaj Mond comes into tonight's race leading the points. 90 points after winning season opener from Daytona. So he comes in here leading the points. You look back to Chris Otto, I believe won stage last week. Trying to find the 48 here. I don't see the 48. Chris Otto comes in here 2 points. You look back to Larry Fairman, the number 34 machine, I believe. They're jumping around and switching around here. This Chris, he's off the track here, but Larry Fairman comes in to Auto Club P3 points. Thomas Flynn coming here to P4. You see him in this little gaggle of cars. Back to Cody Meadows. The 9, he's P5 in points. P6 will go to Wyatt Roberts. In the Penske number 12 machine. Go back to Nick Miller. I believe Nick is in the 43. Comes back here to P6. Jeff Perchatsky, P7, technically in points. He is not. full-time driver, so I'll have to get switched as well as Isaac Wilson. But I'll give the 41 to Bob Wyckoff, actually. P7 points. Because all these guys are actually tied with 42 points apiece. Greg Launschlager in the 77 is should be on the track here. There's Greg. Ben Ruse in the number 3 machine, I believe. I think they're in that familiar 38 machine. No. Everybody's switching numbers this year. I think Chris Van Maastricht is in the 38, and I think Bryson Bird is actually taking the reins tonight here from Atlanta. So lots of mixing up, lots of interesting stuff here coming into Atlanta. Honestly, points I wouldn't say are that big of a deal yet. Because, for instance, we have almost 3 or 4 part-time drivers who are up inside the top 15 just because they had a good finish. So yeah, everything will start to shake out here, I feel like, in these next couple of weeks. After we get around these super speedways where really anything can happen here. From Daytona and Echo Park. Very interesting. You see some pit stops. Some pit stop practice underway here. Cody Meadows, we saw the 11. Justin Johnson practicing some pit road entries. Some notable things to discuss here up in the booth here before we get into qualifying. We have some substitutes. Eugene Thorne in for John Hopley in the number 4. Jeff Perchatsky in for Stevens. No, that's not right. That was for last week, I believe. Yes. DJ Daniels in for Michael Thorpe. I did see Michael Thorpe in his car, though. No, that is DJ Daniels in the 3. Rhea Ferris will be covering the 6 machine here. Look at Matt Metler in the 16. I think that's going to continue to be a rotating seat here. As I don't believe we have anybody filling the 16 quite yet. So Matt will take the reins of the 16. Look at Enrique Cucalone. Will take over the seat of the 20 once again. For Nicholas Johnson. Josh Coppernall will be covering the 33 ride instead of Miguel. He'll found a full-time ride. Alyssa Sharp should be covering the 42. But I don't see her out on track. Joey Berge will be covering the 45. No. I see Shane Johnson out on track, and I do see some stem number, and you'll see Kyle Benson in for the 54, Frank DeAngelis. Obviously, Frank had some racing IRL at Wall Stadium, so everybody wish him good luck here on the broadcast with his 4 cylinders. Qualifying underway here. Out on track there, that's Josh Coppernall. Go back and look at one of your full-time drivers here. Cody Meadows. Driver from Martinsville, Virginia. And then turns 3 and 4. You're going to use that high side. So if he tries to do a 1-lapper or a 2-lapper. He goes at the bottom. I think this is his lap here. You see Cody, he's keeping it in 4th gear. Remember, here at Atlanta, iSNF does allow you to cut the apron. Now Cody, top of the board. 31.15. Alyssa Barkley back to P2 with a 177. Miguel Rangel in the 43 up at the top of the board. 146. I just don't think Cody's going to beat this time here. Across the stripe. Cody 174, so it does not improve on his time. Here comes Justin Johnson. His first lap. So Justin is going to elect to run the top here. We'll go back on board here when he starts his first actual qualifying lap here right now. Bryson Bird top of the board, 31.065. Coppernoll improves to an 087. Grisado 096. Wyatt Roberts up into the fast four. And here comes Justin here. His first, his hot lap here. Thomas Flynn up the P2 on the board. 31.077. Timothy Cook slides his way into P4. Justin, top of the board, 31.049 for the number 11 machine. You see Kyle Benson back to P2 right now. Joe Gibbs Racing, top of the board here. Leah Ferris, her first time lap. You're filling in for the RFK machine. Have enough time to get both laps in. Up the track she goes a little bit. Across the dog leg here. Across the tri-oval, whatever you want to call it. We're up to 27th. 1.26. Gonna improve a little bit here on this time. Looks like we're just a little bit up the track here. Got the track again a little bit. Will be marginally just good here. Improve up the P25. So good improvement for Rhea. Everybody else further back. Here, Terrence Preston, Bob Wyckoff. Looks like also Brian Treadwell set a lap here. Qualifying, so they'll start tailing at the longest line here for 130 laps here from Echo Park Speedway. Gonna be the two Joe Gibbs Racing 1-2 here from Atlanta. Justin Johnson, Kyle Benson top of the board. So listening to our drivers meeting. Nice words from Ray Ferris to see what he has to say.
Well, all right, guys, welcome to Hampton, Georgia, home of Atlanta Motor Speedway. Justin L. Johnson's home track. Welcome aboard here. We'll have 130 laps to do today, and stage rates will be laps 35 and 70. Again, laps 35 and 70, 130 laps. All right, we have 4 extra sets of tires, 60% fuel, and no fast repairs. Because people were still whining about it from last week, I'm still mopping up puddles from all the crying from last week into this week for a fast repair we had last week. So I took it away. But So good luck out there with that. 4 extra sets of tires and 60% fuel as usual, like I said, and no pass below the red line. And you can nip the corners on the front stretch on the dog leg. The only time you can actually go down below the red line with all 4 wheels is if you are dodging a wreck. Speaking of wrecks, if you do get wrecked on the pit road, we'll clear that black flag. However, if you get an unsafe pit entry, we will not be clearing those tonight. You must enter pit road at the very entrance of turn 3. Off the back stretch will be a green arrow that's neon green, and it says, basically it's pointing you right at the spot. You need to be all 4 wheels down below the red line at the commitment line. You can then do excessive speed until you reach the yellow line where the yellow cone is for the entrance of pit road. There you cannot speed going forward on pit lane. We will not be clearing the black flags for that unsafe pit entry. If you get P1, 2, or 3, congratulations. Go to the winner circle in the Discord, and we'll drag you up for a post-race interview. Hopefully everyone's in their team chats, team voice chats on Discord. And if you guys don't start RSVPing, I'm going to start deducting points or prohibit you guys from racing. It'll be a DNQ. So you guys need to start RSVPing and communicating, or you're going to lose your driving privileges from said race. We can't be having that week in, week out. So we're going to start a little stricter this season. For all series, for that matter, yep, Chris Otto, I agree. So for both series, we need to start RSVPing, especially for Cup 2, though, because now we have drivers that are in the wrong car numbers because, and now it's screwing up the broadcast. So that is just the way it is, and I'm not happy about it. All right, guys, enjoy the race. Again, if you are on the front row, P1, you can choose inside or outside, but only on the restarts, not at the very first beginning of the race.
Apologize for the technical difficulties here. We're back here, green, on lap number 4. On board with the number 11 machine. Justin Johnson leads us back to lap number 5. Been a kind of a Toyota Ford up front here. Yeah, toward a Toyota Ford Chevy, your Fast 5. Chris Otto has moved his way up into the top 5 here. Justin Johnson, your pole sitter, still up front here, trying to lead some laps here. But we do have that stage caution here on lap, I believe it's 35. There's 35 here, so hopefully we can get all of stage 1 under our belt here without any cautions coming out. Knock on wood. Justin about across the stripe here, back to lap 7. That's bottom side starting to get strung out here, single file. We saw this dominant lane earlier this season be a little bit quicker. Tosh trying to do everything he can on that top side. The spearheaded now, he'll drop to the bottom. Want to continue to give up that track position. He falls back to P6, it looks like, in the 19 machine. The lap car right there, that's the 35 machine. The Parker Strander gonna go a lap down early here from Atlanta. On board with the number 19. So he's gonna look bottom here. 48 gave up the bottom side there. Now where does the 48 go? And I just kind of, I wouldn't say, if you want to call it being lazy, with the where he was earning the car, and Sartaj took advantage with that 19 in the hole. Forces that 48 out to the top side. 54 will go with the 48 right now. 48 will just tuck back in line there behind the 19. Further back here, Enrique in the 20. Back here in 16th. And I want to look back behind Enrique here because we have a second pack for Maria Ferris. Leading a second pack here. They're going to have to get on the horse or go here. Already almost 2.5 seconds back. With the lap for lap here. This is how much slower they are per lap, not how far behind per lap they are for the lap for lap that we see. Going back here across the stripe. See an update here. Yeah. I have to get something working. They're slowly losing time here. This is like the second back half of the field. This is 17th odd back of a 33 car field. So a little over half the pack here. Stuck behind Maria Ferris with the second pack here as they lose time. Further up here though. Like beyond the top 6 side by side action. Here comes the 3 of DJ Daniels. Trying to make something happen. 23 wide for the back to 23. James Bulls up the track there. Mark Gonzalez back here outside the top 10. Caution. Maria Ferris around in the back. Fortunate start to Thursday. Don't see a lot of damage to this number 6 machine, so it could be worse. Look off our chopper cam. Going into turn 3. Rear just all over the place there. Looks yourself off the 47's nose there. Scott Trusty. Got not with a good Daytona race either. Already caught up in the red wreck here early in the race. Not what he wants to see. Our first caution of the night. Here on lap number 14. Yes, obviously here on lap 15. I believe everybody should be good on fuel for the most part. Area Ferris coming down pit side here. Get some damage fixed. Gotta see how much she can get done here. Like I said, I don't see a lot of damage, a little bit of front end to the Siege. It's probably going to be a couple minutes, but obviously she does. She's going to take tires here as well. Interesting. Obviously, no fast repairs. You heard it in the driver's meeting there. At these super speedways, they would get a fast repair, but evidently, some of the drivers were not happy with the fast repairs. Probably just allowing some drivers who probably should have been out of the race early to continue to race there in the 500. So, admins decided, well, if they don't want fast repairs at the super speedways, we're going to take them away this race to see how everybody likes it. You're on pit road. You see the 45 is Shane Johnson. He's on pit road here. A little bit of splash and go. Parker Stranger. That's back on the lead lap here. He will be coming on pit road here after getting the lucky dog. Oh yeah, still down here. Damage fix. She's gone one lap down to the field. Fortunate for Rhea early in the race here. But Justin Johnson is to lead the way here. At number 11, JJGR Toyota. Led every lap of the race. Look at that, 15 of 16. Yeah, so he has led every lap, because obviously we're still completing lap 16. So it's always going to be a lap behind here on our lap sled counter. You'll see him across the stripe there. He'll get that lap 16 as he crosses the line as we start lap 17. Go back 2x2. Not hearing from Maria up here in the booth. It sounds like she just got loose there in the 3 and 4. Walked it up the track. It's got just wrong place, wrong time there. Couldn't get out of the way. Trying to let Rhea hold on to it. Like reading from her up in the booth. Race to the lap 35 here. Complete your first stage. We're about just right on the dot, halfway there. So everybody watching here in the live chat here. Ices, Nightmare Stitch from Cody Meadows fans up in the chat there. As we look at Cody back there, I believe he's starting back there in P10. So that's car on the outside. Cody Meadows up 4 spots from where he started too. So good run from him. It's going to be a Toyota Ford front row as Justin Johnson, Bryce the Bird, back to the stripe, back green here from Echo Park. A good jump by the 11. Going to clear both lanes here. Actually going to pull that inside side by side with the top row. And here comes the 22, Timothy Cook. Timothy Cook pushing the driver who raced that car last season. It's Justin Johnson in the 11 who raced the 22 last season, and help from the 22 of Timothy Cook. A replacement there for Team Penske. Bryson Bird with a big head of steam. Off the top side, had help from his forward teammate there, and they let the 12 of Wyatt Roberts. These two are gonna be dangerous. Two really good friends off the track. You know, Bryce is the reason why Wyatt is the reason why Bryson is racing here in iSNF in the first place, right? These two out front. These two are gonna be dedicated to pushing each other, to get each other up there and to stay up there towards the front. It'll be interesting to see who can gang up on these two forwards here as they take the race lead. Bryson and Wyatt 1-2 here from Atlanta. We hit the 15 to go here in stage 1. Justin looking underneath the 12 there. Keeps giving up that half a lane. Justin's going to continue to put his nose there. Got to be careful. The bottom's out in front though, but the top side not nearly as weak as it was at the start of the race. That's the 48 of Chris Otto. Trying to get this top side going. Oh, from a Chevy teammate there, the 30 of DJ Daniels. You'll see Mark Gonzalez. He's worked his way up here towards the front. Mark up 12 spots from where he started back in 18th. And Mark, remember, he missed Daytona. Even in the live chat early said, I forgot that season started. Forgot to show up there. That Team Penske number 2 car left the trailer at home. So they come into Atlanta and with the deficit. 60-point deficit for that number 2 car coming into Atlanta. So he's going to have to take advantage of these stages to get as many points as he can. Up and that outside. Into that outside. Here comes Chris Otto. The run from the top side. Up from DJ Daniels, side by side for the race lead. It was the 48 team. Now Top's building ahead of steam here. With 10 to go here in stage 1. DJ Daniels doing a really good job keeping that top side, the momentum up. Pushing the 48 here. I think it'll give Chris Otto the lap led there as well. This top side is rolling really nice here. And the handling doesn't matter here in these next-gen cars. If we get a longer run here, I feel like the 15-lap run kind of cooled the tires off. So if we go more than 20 laps, we're going to start to see the effects of the top lane versus the bottom lane. That bottom lane, the front tires will start to go. This is the top where the rear tires will go, right? They're going to see two different changing conditions in the cars depending on what line they want to run. We approach under 10 to go here in stage number 1. To the bottom, still surging. Got 3 cars clear now. Justin Johnson almost cleared that top lane. Top lane starting to build some momentum again. I think the 11 is clear if he wants to make a run here. Still with 5 to go in the stage. It might be a little bit too early to show your cards here. Try to get the stage win. And those 2 forwards out front. And safe taking those lead. Outside of that top side. In that 1 lap lead. No one's been able to touch this 12 of this 38 here after they took the race lead. Look now, 3 wide here, further back. 2 of Mark Gonzalez coming up to the top side here. That's forced everybody else to start blocking lanes here. 3, 4 wide here. They cross the stripe here. They still got 5 to go. I don't know why we're pushing so hard here. Now it's 3 wide for P2. Now it's up to Bryson Bird. What lane do you pick? What lane do you block? I think the 12 and the 38 will get clear. He's going to leave his Penske teammate out to dry there in that middle line, though. What we want to see, though, with 5 to go, you're going to start to see the intensity start to pick up a little bit here. Justin Johnson going to make a move to the bottom. Then it's time to go here for the number 11 team. I really feel like whatever line goes is dictated by the leader. Whatever line he gives that draft to, can just, pull up. Bryson, quiet. Somehow find themselves back up in the 1-2 one more time. Here comes Justin Johnson. I move to the top side now. They need some help. 22 really loose off the bumper of the 19. We get the white flag here in stage 1. Bryson Bird, Wyatt Roberts. Comes to 22. Gonna be Bryson Bird across the stripe. He's gonna get stage 1 here from Echo Park. Bryson Bird gets it done. Help from the 12 of Roberts there. I believe that's Bryson's first stage win here in the Cup Series. So congrats to Bryson. Going to get some stage points here. Obviously a part-time driver, so to get some valuable stage points for that 38 team. So, but with stage 1 underway here, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break here. We'll be right back here for stage 2. Get some overlay set up. Get ready to go here for stage 2. So we'll be right back on the other side of this ad break.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome you back to the virtual Echo Park Speedway. Pit stops underway here. Bryce Bird actually wins the race off pit road. Some drivers out here trying to get their wave around here. Looks like Justin Johnson will come down pit road one more time. Looks like the 47 is Scott Trusty. The out the wave. Wave the 47 back around the track here. We'll get the one to go here to start stage 2. Go his way to the back of it. Sailing the longest line here. Going to be a forward front row. This time it's going to be Bird and Roberts up front here. So can they make a plan here? Get those two back together. Honestly, if you can get that 22 in the wings as well, you have 3 forwards there. Your front 3. You can make a plan here. Get these guys up here linked up. It's be hard to get around these forwards here. Saw how dominant Team Penske was here in real life. Seeing this 12 up towards the front for the most of the race here. Back here across the stripe here to start stage 2. Barney with flag in hand. Bryce Bird takes us back to stage 2. Someone get clear. Will he jump down in front of the 12? He will. He'll leave the 22 in no man's land though. Timothy Cook, no help here. They have to try to find a spot in line. Whoa, right in front of the 9 of Cody Meadows. Meadows though, almost didn't cut him a break there. With caution. Record further in the back, the 88 of Terrence Preston. Around. Terrence here. Texas native. What happened here to Terrence? Just got tagged by the 54 with Benson there. Just kind of 2 cars going in the same spot there. I'd call that a racing deal. Fortunately, the 88 Trackhouse machine goes around there. And that 88, looking like it does in real life, unfortunately, with the Conor Zilich luck he's had this season for his rookie year. Terrence will go around. Josh will wave once again here, early here in stage number 2. We'll see if we can ring up Bryce Bird up here in the HVT booth, our stage 1 winner. We can talk to him. Hey Bryson, is Christian up here in the HVT booth? You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, first of all, stage 1 winner, so congrats on that. Help from your forward teammate there and uh, Wyatt there. Obviously, good friends off the track there, but obviously you've led a lot of laps here tonight there in that Aaron machine. Walk us through the track as we've sat here through stage 1.
It's been really loose. I know that it's like if you just barely get a car kind of sucked up behind you, it'll try to snap around on entry into the corner. And I'd say probably 20 laps into that last run, going into 3 was extremely loose. So, you know, I had to tell Wyatt to back up a little bit. But, yeah, it's just working together. That's how you're going to win these things.
I couldn't agree with myself, and obviously talk about working with Wyatt there. What is the confidence level that builds here in that 38 machine? As you know, you have someone that you've raced with a lot here that you trust here, pushing you through, pushing you to keep you in that race lead.
It definitely helps a lot knowing that the car behind you is going to go with you. And there for a while, the 22 was behind us too. So I had trust in him. So I knew I had 2 guys behind me that would go with me, you know, whatever run I took. And that's how we kind of got around the 11 there. But yeah, we just got to keep working together and see what happens.
Well, getting ready to get the one to go. We appreciate your time up here in the booth, Bryson, but we'll drop you back there with your teammates. Get ready to go racing here in stage number 2.
All right.
Bryson Bird. Like he's going to pick the top side here. I'll give Wyatt Roberts the bottom. Will be once again a forward front row. Saw Bryson pick the top here to start stage 2. Lap 43 going into lap 44. Next stage caution, lap 70. So you're going green with what? 26 laps to go here in stage 2. After stage 2, no more guaranteed team cautions. We can go green there from lap what? Once we get it at lap 70, we'll be going green probably around lap 75 there. So be 55 lap run to the end potentially if we go green. Obviously that's the hope, to go green, but obviously we'll have to see here as we get out of stage 2 into stage 3. Once again, you'll see a forward front row Motorsports 38 Bryson Bird and Team Penske. We're back at the restart zone, back green here from Atlanta. Bryson, good restart there, he'll clear. Get back down in front of that forward teammate. Bryson Bird, he's going to get a lot of, and then Bryson's going to get a huge shove from Sartaj in that 19 machine. Sartaj is going to be a dark horse. He's going to be a sleeper. Someone to look at, someone to pick here for the win here. He knows his way around this next gen. He knows the way around the draft. Tom, he won Daytona last week. How does he put himself inside this top 3 here and already early here in stage 2? That 22 teammate though, with Timothy Cook, kind of got separated from those 2 forward teammates there. He's got a couple of gaggle of cars in front of him. Gonna have to try to find his way back up to those 4 teammates. Does have another 4 teammate though in the 21 behind him, Justin Barkley. So if those 2 can get linked together to try to get back up towards the front, that'd be really huge. Two forwards still leading the way there. Miguel Engel, he showed some speed at the speedways there last week from Daytona as well. Granted, he was racing for RCR, found a full-time spot here with Legacy Motor Club for the rest of the season, but he showed a lot of speed there working with the RCR boys to get that car up towards the front. See him sitting there running out that podium spot. I'm still starting to surge forward. Once again, we saw this earlier, right? I'm trying to surge forward. Sartaj cannot get the help he needs to leapfrog himself back up there. And they're not even linked up down the backstretch to give him a push. Now, I do know that tire saving can be a strategy here from Atlanta, so I don't know if that's something that these guys are doing. That they're purposely kind of laying back, trying to save a little bit of tire so they can go up there and kind of, you know, drive through the field. You saw Carson Hocevar do that here at Atlanta when they went here in the real life race, right? Had the little bit better tires, just kind of drove himself up inside the top 5. Fortunately, you know, didn't get to win that race for that 77 team. As Christopher Bell chose the 12 over the 77 there. That gave Ryan Blaney. They faced second win that season, right? So already approaching. They crossed the stripe here. Actually, we are pushing 20 laps to go here as we are at the 20 lap to go mark. It's still these two forwards leading the field here. Wyatt's been really dedicated, keeping this number 30 out up front here. You see right there that what Bryson was talking about, laying off to entry, and then he'll get a huge run if he can get back to the back end of this 38. And now I feel like he's just kind of in save mode right now. Didn't even see really any pushing from the 12 machine right now. I like the strategy that the 12's deploying right here because think about it, that 38, at least Bryson, he's not full time. But Wyatt is, right? Granted, he's not going to get all the stage points by sitting back there in P2, but he's going to get the most points out of every other full-time driver. So I like the strategy here. Cody Beddoes up at the outside wall. He'll go to the back. Cody back here. A drop through the field. Outside the top 20 here. Just under 20 to go. I don't know, maybe he didn't like what he saw, or maybe he did get the wall. Just lost all that momentum, but you'll see him jump in front of the 7. Ian Decker. Cody all the way back to P25. We're going to be Ian Decker. We got an Ian Decker fan in the chat. So $1 million on a 7 car. That's a lot of money. Optical illusion. Love to see all these fans come in here cheering on their favorite drivers. Love to see that interaction in the chat. Right now, Ford dominance here from Atlanta. Saw this really in the real life race with Team Penske. Now we see a Penske Ford and a front row racing Ford up front here. The Legacy Motor Club rounding out your top 3. And back to James Bowles. He's had a quiet charge up to the front here in that number 23 machine. James Bowles Day. Started back there in 11th, but it slowly worked his way up inside the top 5. Once again, see a second pack forming. Jackson Trusty. 51 here. A little gaggle of cars back here. They're about 2.5 seconds off. I don't think they're organized enough to go back up there and run down that pack. So they have to get really organized again. You just see everybody's so separated out. They're just going to continue to lose time here. For what, 22nd on back. Further up front. Everybody's still single file behind these two Fords. See a couple of guys trying to peek out of line there. You see the 48 of Otto. No help, though, for that 48 machine. He does. I see that 24 in the background leering. He'll get back down. In front of the 19 is Sartaj. See the top side starting to build some momentum. Sartaj jumps up to the top. Will Otto jump up? Not sure. I think he's kind of indecisive of what he wants to do. Does have that Hendrick teammate right there leading the top side. Jumps out. I think you need the more cars to help here. I think Sartaj is going to do whatever Chris is doing, but Chris has been kind of undecisive of what he wants to do in that 48. Your car slow on the back there. Now Steven Sear, he's gonna lose the lead pack. Looks like. So close to the end of stage 1. He's not even gonna have a shot to race for stage points. We get a caution here in these last 10 laps. But everybody's still pushing out this 38 and this 12 machine. Bird, Roberts, Rangel, your top 3 still. James Bowles, Timothy Cook, your top 5. Comes Chris Otto again with the run off the top. Got to give these guys effort. There's the 35. Parker, loose side of turn 2. He's going to save it. But he's going to lose the lead pack. And we talked about it here. The longer we go, the worse these cars are going to drive. The handling this is the only super speedway where the handling does matter, right? We've seen it time and time again. Cars lose it out of the corners. Top starting to get some numbers there. With 8 to go here in stage 2. Do they have the time? The 48 around. Chris Otto around. Caution will wave here with 8 to go in stage 2. The second pack got to get this pack. Whoa, down is Chris Otto going to get piled in by the 45. I believe he was a part of that second pack. See what happened here. I think maybe a push gone bad here from the 19. Yeah, I just got that 48 out of whack there. I mean, that's what happens when you just trying to get everything out of the car here. And I saw the 45 here. Oh man. Dane Johnson. Unaware of the situation, I guess. Well, right on board with the 45 to see what he saw. You should, I mean, caution's out. You got to back it down here. Grab some more cars here. We'll go on the cockpit cam to give him the benefit of the doubt here. The car stopped. Yeah, I don't know. Very interesting nonetheless. Caution will wave. See a plethora of drivers coming down pit side here, getting some damage. You see Justin Johnson involved. Him coming down, getting some damage on pit road. That kind of changes a lot here. We'll be going back to green. Could be like a 2-lap shootout here because we didn't get the 60. We didn't get the 5 to go yet. You know, I hope they have insurance as well. That was an expensive wreck here, but that's what you expect here. So many of these super speedway style tracks, you expect those cautions to happen. You expect that kind of stuff to happen here. So we'll get the one to go here, I believe. It'll be a 4-lap shootout here for stage 2. Gonna be a 4-lap once again dash. It's been a dominant performance by this 38 and the 12 of Wyatt Roberts, Bryson Bird. They've led every lap here in stage 2. And they finish it off here. Got 4 laps to do it. Pace car. Take a hard left turn down pit road. Be a forward front row. 38 of Bryson Bird. And 12 of Wyatt Roberts. Back across the stripe, back green. 4-lap dash here to end stage 2. This time, Wyatt Roberts does not go with the 38. I got to get these stage points, brother. I appreciate the friendship. I appreciate everything, but I got to get these stage points. Here comes the 23. James Bowles to the top side. Top starting to make some amends here. Now James Bowles across the stripe. He'll lead his first lap of the race. Side by side through 1 and 2. 12 with the nose out in front. Gonna need some help from the 43. A wrangle there. Once again, that momentum from the top side starting to build here. James Bowles. Help from the 38 of Bryson Bird. Help from the 21 of Justin Barkley. They go through 3 and 4. Down across the stripe here with a 2-lap dash. 2 to go here in stage 2. James Bowles gonna have to hold on here. An unfamiliar ally there in the 38 of Bryson Bird. Bryson Bird trying to make him 3 wide, trying to go top of 3. That's gonna slow the momentum of that top side just a little bit here. Here comes the 43 trying to make a move. As we get the white flag here in stage number 2. Side by side through 1 and 2. Bowles. Roberts. Gonna be about who gets a better shove here through 3 and 4. Wyatt Roberts. A nose out in front. Gonna try to get clear through 3 and 4. He will. Gonna have to hold him off here. And across the stripe, it's gonna be Wyatt Roberts, stage 2 winner. That 2 laps led, but enough to get the stage win here. Stage 2. Congrats to Wyatt. The Floyd sweep the stages here from Atlanta. Do the pace car catch back up to the back half of the field and grab Wyatt Roberts here. And with stage 2 out of the way here, we're going to go ahead and take our last commercial break here in live coverage picture. We'll be right back here for green flag pit stops here after this quick commercial break. As we welcome everybody back here to stage 3 here for the iSNF Cup Series season 12 here for the Big Peach 200 here from Echo Park Speedway to go back down the trackside. Start of stage number 3. Bit of a change up here through pit road. James Bowles takes the race lead away. It'll be James Bowles. It looks like it's to be Larry Fairman. So a little bit of a pit strategy call here. So like 3 cars stayed out here on those 35 lap old. Well, it's been 35 laps since they've come down pit road. They could have potentially older tires, honestly. So looks like Fairman, Parker Strander, James Bowles, and Eric Jorgensen in that number 10 machine. The drivers to stay out here on those. It's been 35 laps since they've come down pit road. Everybody else decided to take the hard left turn down pit road during the end of stage 2. So for the people that did come out of pit road, Wyatt Roberts going to be the first of the drivers out. Wyatt Roberts, Miguel, Bryce Bird, Timothy Cook in that 22. We are the first drivers that did come down pit road. A little bit of a strategy flip here for these guys up front here. Your front 4, 35 lap old tires at least here. You're ready to go back in here for the remainder of your race here. So it's going to be James Bowles, Larry Fairman, back into the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone, and back green here to start stage 3. James Bowles with a really good launch out of the restart zone there. Going to pick up the 35 of Parker Strander. And Parker, remember, he was a lap down at one point. But up here inside the top 3 for now. But here comes the Ford tandem of Bryce Bird, Wyatt Roberts as they jump to the top side. Better tires, more fuel. They can be a lot more aggressive to go back up there and take the race lead, and they will as the 12 and the 38 help from the 21. All Fords. Here comes the 38. At the 34, Larry Fairman. All 4 Fords is over. Huge wreck in the back. Kyle Benson. Huge hit to the outside wall there. You see the 16. Jorgensen, I believe. Kyle Benson, a huge hit to the outside wall. Caution away for early in stage number 2. Take a look back and see what happened here. That might have been the 35. I saw it was a monster energy machine. Was the 58 for lose himself off the bumper of the 22 and nowhere to go for a lot of these drivers here. We'll go on board with Steven Sear here. He had a really good look at what happened here through this wreck. Try to grab the 5 here. I'm just trying to back out of it. He's just trying to be safe. Nowhere for him to go. Grab someone, puts him up and outside wall. A little bit of front end damage for Steven, but could be a lot worse there. Caution will wave one more time here from Atlanta. See, the sun's out here in Hampton, Georgia now. Been a very foggy day here from Hampton, Georgia. Take a look back here. Yeah, it's still mostly cloudy here tonight here. You've seen the fog roll in here tonight. You saw the visibility a little bit harder on some of our cameras here. You look, as we looked at, some of our spotlight cams, a little bit of foggy here. Look at the 12 there, that body armor flash IV Dark Horse Mustang. Wyatt Roberts, Bryce the Bird further back here have been just so dominant once they've gotten linked together. You look at Bryson, lap sled tonight, 45 of 76, and then Wyatt got 5 under his belt here, but leading the race, so he's going to continue to build that total up. It looks like those drivers who decided to stay out there, make the flip strategy call there, they all came down pit road though. You see James Bowles, he's out of here as well. Came down pit side, as well as Larry Fairman. That strategy call, thought it might have paid off. Got an early caution here in stage 3. Going to lose all that track position. Once again, say hello from the virtual Echo Park Speedway here for week number 2 for the Big Peach 200 here, season 12 of the iSNF Cup Series. So welcome everybody in watching from home. We appreciate everybody for taking their time out of their day to come and watch tonight's broadcast. Obviously, no racing in real life here. So we appreciate everybody taking their time out to come and watch tonight's broadcast here from the virtual Echo Park Speedway. If you wouldn't mind, if you're new to the broadcasting network, please hit that subscribe button here. We're trying to grow this channel as much as we can here. Trying to hit that 500 subscriber mark. Trying to get to 1,000 and, get this channel monetized to get some stuff going here further. But we appreciate everybody's time. If you wouldn't mind, at the very least, dropping a like on the broadcast, sharing the broadcast with friends and family to continue to grow this small network that we're trying to build up here with High Velocity TV. Get the lights off on the pace car one more time. We'll be ready to go back green here. Pace car off and on. It's going to be Wyatt Roberts back to the stripe here. Back green here for stage 3. To that 12, get in front of that 38 machine. They'll start to take off here. See 2 Fords, a Toyota, and then another Ford. Your top 4 here coming in at 3 and 4. Start lap number 79. Everybody kind of single file out here. The top 10 on back. First kind of side-by-side accuracy is further back here. Bob Wyckoff outside the top 15. I'm trying to get double file, trying to make up some spots here. Here comes Angel Hernandez into the top 10 for the first time, I believe. Angel, I expected him to be up towards the front a lot more here. But keeping that being quiet. 3-time champion, 18 wins on his iSNF career. Second most in iSNF history. So see him making another part-time start there in the 2023-11. Part-time entry there. Driven by Corey Hyman in real life, but driven by another talented driver here on the sim, Angel Hernandez. Back up towards the front. Still Wyatt Roberts, Bryce Bird, Miguel Ringel, top 3. The single file line continues here. Top 81. Question is when does someone pull out a line here? To get that track position, we have a huge wreck at the back. Larry Fairman involved. You see 88 once again involved. Terrence Preston. A huge damage to that 88 machine. You see the 10. That's the 4 car of Eugene Thorne, I believe. I'll have to take a look and see what happened here on the replay. A huge wreck once again here from Atlanta. And here at the 88, Terrence Preston. Not clear. Jerked off. Tried to jump up there in front of the 11. You see the 34 lifted the rear end off the back off the ground there. Yeah, just Terrence Preston. I just didn't think he realized that there was a car there. Drifted up the track there. Maybe he lost the handling or something. Got turned around by the 11 of Justin Johnson, and that will probably be race-ending damage for the 88. Only the night early. Remember, no fast repairs here from Atlanta. Normally we would here have fast repairs at these super speedways, but my team decided to try no fast repairs tonight here from the virtual Echo Park Speedway. We welcome you back here to the virtual Echo Park Speedway here. Still under caution here on lap 84. Still Wyatt Roberts, Bryce Bird, 1-2. They've gotten together and have been basically untouchable here. They've gotten linked together. You'll see the lights come off on the pace car. Means we'll be getting the 1 to go this time by. It's been a huge point stay for that 12 machine. Came in here outside of the top 16, I believe. And has gotten the most stage points out of full-time drivers today. Doing stage number 1 and 1 stage number 2, so great point stay start. Atlanta obviously has got to finish the deal here. So plenty of laps to get caught up in something. About 45 laps to go here from Atlanta. Probably starting to dwindle down here. Only 22 cars on the lead lap. Came in here with 33 cars, so we've lost about 11 cars tonight. due to the carnage of the Atlanta Speedway or Echo Park Speedway. It's going to be once again the 12 machine, the 38 forward front row. Back into the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone, back green. Wyatt Riley's pedaled in the middle, back green here for stage 3. Not only did the 12 get a good jump, so did Sartaj Maan, the 19 machine. He's actually going to split those two Fords up. Now the issue is that the 38 jumped out of line there. He's not going to get help. Especially with how dominant we've seen those two drivers be. They're not going to go out of their way to help that 38 get back to the 12. You got two Toyotas lined up here. The 43 and 19. Granted, I don't know if they're going to work with each other. Oh yeah, here comes the 43 up the track here. Gonna help the 19 out, and that's gonna allow exactly what the 12 probably wanted. Get Bryson Bird back in line. And look at that, Mark Gonzalez, another Team Penske forward. He's gonna be third there on the bottom side. See the lone Chevy back there, that's the 33 machine of Josh Coppernoll. Put that number 33 up there. He's the best of the Chevrolets right now. Now here comes Greg Lautenschlager now, actually. He's jumped his way up to the top Chevy here in the running order. He's jumping up to the top side. Was going to help that 19 to 19 of Sartaj. Jumps back down to the bottom. So that's going to be the 77 to 23. The two lone drivers on the top side. Wyatt Roberts, though, keeps the race lead. Great job picking the lanes he wanted the block and keep himself up front. He got his buddy right back with him once again, the 38 of Bryson Bird. And then you got Mark Gonzalez, another Penske teammate back there in third. So it's a forward 1, 2, 3 here going into lap number 90. Caution! Cody Meadows around in the back here. How long as well as the 77 of Lautenschlager. Take a look at the 77 because he was right up there. Not that long ago. What must have happened in the 77 there? You see him dropping to the back. Still dropping to the back. Guys are getting in line there, not clear off the bumper of the 21 of Justin Barkley. Cody Meadows nowhere to go. That was just a surprising lapse of judgment from the 77 there. You don't see that a lot out of Craig. Enrique, he slid through the apron there. I don't think he got any damage though. So caution waves here on lap 91 here. We'll approach underneath 40 to go here from Echo Park. Drivers continue to come down pit side here. Justin Johnson, lots of drivers. Taj down pit road. He'll lead these drivers down pit side. This could be a fuel game. This could be a strategy game here with how many people came down. That tells me right there that they could not make it on fuel. Most likely. Will not win the race off pit road, actually. It will be 3 of DJ Daniels that ends the race off pit road there. And he took fuel only, no tires for the 3. He'll jump out back to 7th. So I mean, that's a really good gamble, honestly, if you're DJ. come down and you have a get a pit stop underway and you come out 7th. See the leaders on the restart. Let's go off on the pace car this time by. It'll continue to be that for dominance. 12 to 38 in the 2. Your top 3 here. Going into the choose cone. Really only a choose for the leader, but once again, the 12 will pick the top. So if I'm smart here, I'm going to count down my teammate here and Mark Gonzalez. Let me get those and see if you can both get clear. Jump in front of Bryson. Without, you know, having to separate everybody to get anybody out of whack. Everybody side by side, 2 by 2s, but you're ready to go green here to start lap 94. 47 laps to go. Hit the stripe. Pace car, hard left turn down pit road. Get a 12. Bryce the Bird. Roberts, my apologies. Oh, the 43 spins the tires there. Like I said, the 12 will jump down in front of his teammates there. I think the 22 will also get down to the bottom. So we see 4 Fords right there on that bottom side. Granted, 22's got a little bit of, got a couple of cars sandwiched in between him and his teammates, but still a good spot to be in. Single file starts once again here, early here on this restart. No one wanting to jump out of line quite yet here to try to make that top side work. You see the whole field, single file. And remember, some of these guys who haven't pitted, they might have to save a little bit of fuel, right? DJ Daniels on back, right? They came down. They're at least better on fuel, right? I don't know if they're good. I can't positively say that. I don't know. But they're at least better on fuel, right? Still single file here on lap 97. The fuel lottery starts. Everybody still single file. White, Roberts, Bryce the Bird, Mark Gonzalez, your top 3. Now the question is, right? This is a fuel thing, right? When do you start to see the people try to jump up front? If everybody still has to come down pit road, when you still start to see that top line start to form, see some people try to take some track position for this last green flag pit stop, if we get one. I know everybody's not going to be content just sitting in line, letting this 12 win. Actually, we see a lap car here. The 47 to Trusty. He's going to get out of the way, though. I have to say, if he merged and he was at speed, that would probably help the whole field, honestly. They would just let him lead the field, but him get out of the way. Full single file here as we get underneath 30 to go here. Tonight's race. Full single file. I'm looking back here. First person, that's good. The 3 of DJ Daniels isn't back here. E7. Look at the stat tab for everybody here. Jay Daniel, the first driver with better fuel, right? You see the top 6 here on the left side of your screen here. 32 laps. You see 27, now 28 laps for Timothy Cook. But DJ Daniel leading the field here when it comes to the fuel strategy game here. Get everybody back here, single file. Trying to listen to see if the 12's trying to save it all. I don't hear anything saving nonetheless. The 20, that's Enrique Cucalone on a lap down. Actually, another lap down. He's 7 laps down here in that DeWalt Toyota Camry. At the night he wanted as well. It's terrible to see that for Enrique because I know he's got the pace to be competitive and stuff, especially at these super speedways, right? You know, in the ARC person, anything, he's a super speedway ace, right? Goes up there when it counts. Most part. Everybody's still single file here as you just see this train. Cars just trying to figure out what they can do here with 24 to go. We don't really have a graphic for it, but I think it'd be a good time. Let's go ahead, and we haven't done this here. Wow, let's go ahead and do a good old-fashioned crank it up here from HVTV. we approach tonight, 18 to go here from the virtual Echo Park Speedway. We welcome everybody in here. Under 20 laps to go here. It's still Wyatt Roberts, Bryce Bird, Mark Gonzalez, who top three. For dominance tonight here from the virtual Echo Park Speedway. We continue to see the single file line there. You see a little bit of, double file action occasionally. Some driver trying to jump in front of another, but outside of that, still single file here. Since really, should we start with what? 22 laps ago. Here comes green flag pit stops. Wyatt Roberts, the first back here. You guys cannot make it on fuel. Cannot speed. Got to get this thing locked down. Black flags here. This first group of cars. I'll hand the race lead over to the 43. The 43 and the 22 win this time. Remember, you can go as fast as you need to down this embankment here. As long as you're down the pit road speed, once you get to this yellow line down here, see that cone, that yellow cone. As long as you get to the pace speed at the yellow cone, you're fine. So now Angel Hernandez will be the first driver. These are the guys who pitted. He will inherit the race lead here, and he'll lead his first laps of the race. I didn't think I'd say that here. Only 15 to go. Angel Hernandez up to the race lead. And my question is, can these guys make it on fuel? So here comes the Angel to the back. He's going to jump down. So that could be Sartaj Maan. Justin Johnson, the two JGR Toyotas leading this pack. The Angel jump back there. That makes me think that these guys might be able to make it here. Which wouldn't make sense to me why those other drivers would stay out, right? Maybe they were hoping for a caution. The only thing I could think of, but now those guys are all trapped a lap down, right? Super interesting stuff here. I guess Godard just came down pit road here on lap 116. Came down by himself, so it's Sartaj. Won last week from Daytona in the 500. Now leading with 11 to go here in the Big Peach 200. I don't see how these guys can't make it. Those other drivers spent 43 laps, and these guys are going to go on most of it 40, right? So, unless we get a caution. So maybe that Team Penske organization maybe fumbled the strategy there. I don't know, right? Be interesting to hear from our top three when we get there. Bartage continues to lead there. You see some more drivers out of pit road there. That's Thomas Flynn. He's going to barely stay on the lead lap. No, he's actually going to go a lap down here. I thought maybe he was one of those drivers who just came down pit road or something. Oh, he's about to go a lap down. Lost the lead pack somehow. He's a lap down as well. Only 15, 14 drivers now on the lead lap. Them lapping that 40, that 24 killed the top. Oh, almost 3 wide there as they are 3 wide. Could be a wreck. It's gonna happen right here. Everybody puts it through it. There's JGR leading the field. Five, 6 to go here. Can he hold on for 6 more laps and go back to back here at these speedway tracks? No outside lane forming. I mean, James Bolt's back there, but he's got 5 or 6 cars back. Gonna have to pick up a car a lap here with the momentum. Bolt's trying to surge at the front here with 5 to go. James Bolt's got a run here with 4 to go. He's up to 4th place. Side by side with the P4 car. Here comes the 48 up to the outside lane. That's only going to help that 23. I like this move for the 48 because it takes a couple laps to get that momentum built up here. The 3 to go here. Sartarzman trying to hold on. Help from his teammate in the 11. Justin Johnson trying to keep that 19 out in front. Top's starting to die. Larry Fairman in a really good spot here to steal one. If he can get some help there on that top side. Here comes the 3 of Daniels Jr. with 2 to go. DJ Daniels to the top side. Contact with him at a 48. Larry Fairman looking peak it high. Gonna get dropped back behind the 11 here as we get the white flag here from Echo Park Speedway. Sartarzman across the line, 1 to go. Can Larry Fairman do anything? Get around the 11 to get to the 19 here. Is he fine sticking in line, getting that P3 finish? Does Justin Johnson try to steal the win from his teammate? He already won once this year. Here comes the 3. Look at that outside. Not going to be enough. And Sartarzman is going to go back to back here from Atlanta. Another fuel strategy race. Team JGR showing that they're on top right now. With the same driver there, what a signing by Justin to get this young man here to the system there. 2 starts here for JGR, 2 wins. Sartaj goes back to back here. He wins the Big Peach 200 here. The virtual Echo Park Speedway. You'll see him burn it down here on the front stretch. Neil Cologne giving a congratulatory rev. 19 burner down here on the front stretch for you fans at home. What a way to win. I didn't even think he was in the conversation. I thought this was going to be Wyatt Roberts, Bryson Bird, Mark Gonzalez's race to lose here. But the fuel strategy did not work for the Ford drivers there. They'll come home laps down here, like back there, 16th, 17th, 18th there for those Ford drivers. The rest of the field who came down under that caution were able to make it the rest of the way on fuel. Sartaj gets it here, goes back to back here from Atlanta. What a way to win it. 2 fuel strategy races in a row. Wait on everybody to get into the winner's circle. We're going to go ahead and take one more commercial break here. After this quick ad break, we'll talk to your top 3 finishers, look at your unofficial race results here, and ready to start your post-race show here from Atlanta. So we'll be right back on the other side of this commercial break.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome everybody here to the post-race show here from Echo Park Speedway here for the season 12 of the iSNF Cup Series here for the Big Peach 200. Sartaj, man, gets it done here. I think we have Sartaj up here in the HVTV booth waiting on us. Go ahead and talk. You Sartaj up here in the booth one more time here as he goes back to back here from Atlanta. Sartaj, just Christian up here in the HVTV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, back to back for you and this whole 19 team, won the 500 and in a fuel strategy race, and then come back here, kind of in another kind of fuel strategy race in its own way here. You go back to back here in the number 19, Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. First of all, what's the feeling? And second of all, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm just feeling Tyler Reddick right now, back to back. But yeah, I'm just feeling great. Good points lead now.
Obviously, going to have a huge points gap. Obviously, finished pretty well in the stages, but obviously, we saw those forwards. They stay out here, and obviously, everybody else came down pit road. Did you question the strategy of those forwards? Did you know that when you came down that you could go the rest of the way? I'm just a little confused of why that kind of transpired to kind of cycle you out to the lead.
I don't know why they didn't pit, because after that, what was it, like lap 90 yellow, like we were good to the end. We could go like about like 40, 42. Like I think I had like still like 5, 6 laps left on fuel, so I don't know why they wouldn't just pit right there and top off. But yeah, I think everybody like from 6th on back knew that, and we all just pit, topped off, good to the end.
Obviously, you had that JGR teammate behind you, Justin, to help you get, I wouldn't say help you, but at least assist you in getting that win tonight. But obviously, you were up front towards the beginning of the race, trying to take the race lead away, and it just looked like that top line just wasn't as good as we expected it to. Walk us through just kind of the difficulty of passing tonight here.
I know, like, honestly, I feel like the only way you could have passed is if somebody tried to go up onto the top, and like you just pass them if you're on the bottom. Like I don't know how many times I tried to like go up there and like try to make a move happen. It's just like you can't move up there. It was impossible. There was like another way. It was like leapfrogging. It was just like if somebody, it's like you can only do it if you're in the back of the pack. You just like leapfrog somebody else, but yeah, you just couldn't pass, and that's how I knew like if I was in the front at the end, I was probably gonna get first or second, which is what happened.
Obviously, you got the lucky break there, just kind of cycling out to the lead there, and obviously Justin pushing you the win there. So congratulations, back to back here from Atlanta. Obviously, looking forward to seeing what you can do throughout the season here. But before we let you go, though, Sartaj, anybody you want to thank, shout out, or appreciate for tonight's win, going back to back here from Atlanta.
Yeah, I just want to shout out the JGR and 2311 team for helping me out there and helping all of us out. We all had good finishes there, so yeah, good race there.
Well, we definitely appreciate your time up here in the booth, Sartaj. And once again, congratulations. Another win for you here in your campaign here with JGR. And we look forward to seeing what you can do throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Sartaj comes home P2. And Justin Johnson, he starts on the pole tonight. He leads 18 laps of stock to the driver of the 11 here up in the HVTV booth. Justin Johnson, is Christian up here in the HVTV booth? Got a copy?
Hey, Christian, I hear you.
Well, P2, obviously, I feel like a good P2 for you coming home behind a teammate. Obviously, I feel like you would have loved to win that race, but, getting to push a teammate can't be that bad. Started on the pole, got that bonus point for getting that pole lap. But walk us through your race tonight. Walk us through kind of the up and down that happened with you in this 11 team.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. The goal, starting up front was great. I was hoping to try to win stage 1 there, but I guess I'm on the other side of the Penske's at plate tracks early there, so they all got around us and just got caught up in a few incidents, a few bump spins here and there, and had to fight our way back to the front. But usually I hate finishing P2, but this time I'm pretty okay with it. I'm glad this one happened.
Obviously, coming 1-2 for you and this whole JGR team, gotta feel nice. Obviously, you kind of retaking ownership for JGR. And speaking of that, you talked about racing with Team Penske since your start here in iSNF. What's kind of the transitioning period for you, coming out of the 22 back into this 11 team as not only as the driver, but also the team owner?
I know, definitely as a driver, it's definitely just trying to get used to trying to gel with these new guys. It's not Mark, it's not you, it's not Cody, it's not the guys I was racing with the last 2 seasons. But on the team side, I definitely enjoy picking the teammates I have here at JGR, and having as more Toyotas than having than Fords are on track. So it's definitely an adjustment, but I think it's going to be a good one as the season progresses here.
I definitely couldn't say in any better. It's just going to take a little bit of time for you guys to gel, get figured out what you want. So, but obviously coming home 1-2, obviously Sartaj winning last week at the 500. Seems like you guys got it somewhat figured out here. But once again, Justin, another P2 win for you. It seems like I've talked to you up here in P2 more than a handful of times, but gonna have to come home bridesmaid once again behind your teammate. But still another good run for you, another good points day for you in this 11 team. But before we let you go, anybody you want to thank, appreciate, shout out for tonight's run here from Echo Park?
Gonna go ahead and shout out all the Toyota drivers. Parker there, James, Enrique subbing in the 20, Kyle subbing in the 54. I mean, everyone at Toyota. I mean, we all worked together today, so it was all a good day. And of course, Sartaj for winning last week and then getting it done this week is making me really happy as a team owner so far.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Obviously, Sartaj having a Tyler Reddick-esque start of the season here. We look forward to seeing, what not only this whole JGR team can do, but you can do later in the future. But we appreciate your time up here in the booth, and hope to talk to you some more up here in these podium spots.
Yeah, and hope not. Hopefully it's first place next time. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, you have a good rest of the night.
You too.
Justin comes home P2, and we'll talk to you, P3 driver here. Jay Daniels, a part-time driver here coming in here. He's going to come home P number 3 here from Atlanta. Hey, DJ, is Christian up here in the HVTV booth? You got a copy?
What's up, buddy?
Well, a P3 for you and this whole RCR organization. Obviously, showed a lot of speed throughout the race tonight. Showed a lot of aggression to get up there. Obviously, started back there in 10th. Was up there, in the bridesmaid spot a couple times there in 2nd. But we'll come home P2. Obviously, a little bit of a skill strategy gamble there for the Fords that unfortunately didn't go their way. But you were able to sneak your way up there, use that top side to get some momentum and jump up to P3. So just walk us through your race. Walk us through how you got yourself up here into the last podium spot.
Well, my race was about a disaster. It felt like I was top 10, top 5, and then back in 30th. about every 10 laps. So I don't know. I wish it could have been more. Just the guys on the outside didn't decide they wanted to push me until 2 laps to go because they realized they had to. But yeah, it was a roller coaster.
Yeah, obviously, talked to Taj about just the lack of the top working tonight, but obviously you made it work. Walk us through kind of what you have to do to try to get that top rolling, to make up spots there. It just seemed like the top kind of just need to have the right guys lined up there to make it work.
Well, yeah, the right guys is definitely part of it, but you really just gotta watch for when the inside has a big checkup and then go for it. Because if you don't go for it with no momentum, it doesn't seem to go anywhere. And I don't know. I guess they've done something with the package because you used to could run the outside all 3 plate tracks, but I guess now you really can't unless you have either a whole lot of cars or 4 or 5 guys that really know how to work together.
No, I definitely agree. It looked like it was just a handful to get that top working, and yeah, I also have seen it, at the other plate tracks where the bottom seems a little bit better, but obviously you were able to make it work there, make up a couple spots there, get up P3. So congrats on that. Obviously a big points day for that 3 team. But obviously, looking forward. Obviously, you're a sub here in iSNF Cup Series. Any other plans to continue to come back and win with us here, in season 12?
Yeah, I'll come back when I can. I race in real life, so my Saturdays kind of conflict. So when I'm not racing, like today when we get rained out or something doesn't work out, I'm here. When I'm racing, I'm racing.
Yeah, completely understandable. We actually had Frank DeAngelis drop out because he had the race tonight here from Wall Stadium. So, but we appreciate you, coming in here, racing when you can, and congratulations on a good podium finish tonight. But DJ, before we let you go, anybody you want to thank? Appreciate your shout out for tonight's run.
I got to shout out Rhea for allowing me to come in here and sub. Matt for putting me onto it. Mr. Metler, he's been an awesome guy to me. We're really good friends, and well, the competition was pretty thick tonight. Pretty fun. I liked it. Thank you for putting on the broadcast. I wasn't gonna forget you.
Well, we definitely appreciate the kind words up here in the booth. I definitely not forgetting. But yeah, a good run for you tonight, and we look forward to seeing some future endeavors here in the league, and hopefully we can talk to you a couple spots up here, better in the future. But we appreciate your time up here in the booth, and wish you good luck here, not only in your IRL stuff, but here in your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
DJ Daniels comes home P3, my apologies, here from Echo Park, and what a race. Obviously, kind of got a little bit stringed down, a little bit, I wouldn't say boring, but that's just the way that some of these super speedways work. And unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But we'll go ahead and take a look at your unofficial results here from the Big Peach 200 here from Echo Park. We talked to your top 3 finishers. Look at Larry Fairman, a good point staying at 34. Larry really needs that. So a good finish for him. You see James Bulls, Chris Otto, Angel Hernandez not going to come home victorious tonight, but a good run for him in that 67 machine. Justin Barkley, Parker Stranger gets a top 10. A really good recovery for him after going laps down early this race. Steven Sear, a good top 10 finish for him as well. Look further back here for the rest of the guys who finish on a lead lap. You see Matt Metler, Bob Wyckoff, Cody Meadows, John Hopley running out your lead lap cars. And then further back here, everybody 1 lap down and on. 15th on back, Thomas Flynn, Wyatt Roberts, Mark Gonzalez, Bryce Bird, Timothy Cook. These are really the fast 4 who I thought had it won if they could have figured it out. But unfortunately, not able to get it done tonight. But the Miguel Rangel back there running at your top 20. Everybody else here also laps down and out early. You see Josh Copernall, 21st, Eric Jorgensen, Mike Escadar, Enrique Cucalone, Jackson Trusty, and Scott Trusty. You trusty guys there. 45 P26 and out early. The race here, Craig, Ian, Chris, Terrence Preston. Further back here outside the top 30, Kyle Benson, Shay Johnson, Rhea Ferris, Bride Treadwell running out tonight's field. You'll continue to see the unofficial race results scrolling across the bottom of your ticker. We appreciate SKS Graphics for putting together this really cool unofficial results graphic here for you guys as we continue to talk about tonight's race. But yeah, what a way to start season 12. You have a back-to-back winner winning a crown jewel, then coming back and winning another super speedway, right? And like Sartaj said, it feels like Tyler Reddick. winning the back-to-back. Obviously, it's interesting to see if he can go 3 in a row. Sartaj is a very talented driver, and obviously, people could debate whether there's skill on super speedways. Obviously, Sartaj worked his way up to the front both times and got back-to-back win. We go to a more skilled track, I guess you would call it, next week. I believe it's Vegas, I believe. I'm unsure of what the schedule looks like, unfortunately. Take a look here. We go to Iowa Speedway, so we're back on board with the IRL schedule. So we'll be back to Iowa next week. So a short track and one of the more racy tracks I feel like here on the service. So it's gonna be interesting to see how everybody comes about here and goes into Iowa. Obviously a big driver's track, I feel like, but for everybody here on the network, we appreciate you guys coming out and watching. I saw almost 40 plus viewers tonight here at one time, so we appreciate it. Obviously a small network, we don't get that kind of numbers, so we do appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to continue to support the channel and everything else. If you guys wouldn't mind dropping a like on the broadcast and hitting that subscribe button down below to try to grow this network. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the month here, which is technically started today. Obviously it's the 1st of August, so we definitely do appreciate your time and camaraderie, and hope to see you guys here on the flip side. But once again, another congratulations to Sartaj Mon. Going back to back here. My name is Christian Delgado, your lead producer and commentator. We'll see you on the flip side here for the ARC Pro Series here this next Friday from Homestead. But once again, hope everybody has a great night. We'll see you guys soon.